Vonacom, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday, April 24th, 2024. I'm Joe Pratt, keeping you informed of what's happening in the world. Happy birthday if it's yours today. You share a birthday with Oliver Cromwell, Guglielmo Marconi, Ella Fitzgerald, Meadowlark Lemon from the Harlem Globetrotters, Al Pacino, Renee Zellweger, and Tim Duncan. A new law has passed that will require airlines to automatically give cash refunds for the things like canceled or delayed flights and to better disclose fees for baggage or canceling a reservation. The airlines will be required to give these refunds within a few days of the canceled flights or delays. Another issue before the Supreme Court is when doctors can provide abortions when it's a medical emergency. That's what's being debated. It's what constitutes a medical emergency. The life of the mother, certainly, but what about other health issues with the mother? And what about the health and well-being of the unborn child? Tough decisions. And today, the Supreme Court is hearing arguments in the case of whether Trump had immunity when he challenged the results of the 2020 election. Harvey Weinstein's rape conviction has been overturned, and he will undergo a new trial. An appeals court in New York ruled that his earlier trial had evidence allowed that had nothing to do with that trial. In other words, they allowed women to testify about things that he was alleged to have done that had nothing to do with that particular case. He will remain in jail, however, because though that was in New York, he was also convicted in Los Angeles in 2022 of another rape charge. A first in Argentina, the new Miss Universe in Argentina is a 60-year-old woman. Alejandro Marisa Rodriguez will now compete in September for a chance at the world title. A top Hamas official told the Associated Press that Hamas would agree to a truce of 5 years or more, and it would lay down its weapons and become a political party if an independent Palestinian state is established with borders dating back to 1967. But some experts think Israel wouldn't even consider it because, number one, after 5 years, they could rearm again and attack Israel, and Israel doesn't want to give up some of the land that it captured in the 1967 war, and also Hamas has threatened the total destruction of Israel. The Senate passed the bill to ban TikTok from the U.S. Biden just has to sign the bill. Will you no longer be able to use TikTok now? Well, the bill gives TikTok 9 months to find a buyer, and that is a buyer that is not Chinese, and an additional 3 months if the sale goes on. It takes a little longer to consummate the sale if it hasn't transitioned yet to the new owners. So if they don't sell it within 9 months, yes, it will be banned and you will not be able to use your TikTok app. India banned TikTok 4 years ago in 2020. What was the result? Users found other apps, and the ban seemed to go off without a hitch. A transgender law in West Virginia was overturned and may be heading for the Supreme Court. West Virginia passed a law banning biological males who identify as females from participating in sports. The Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals struck down the law, which was challenged by a 13-year-old 8th grade cross-country athlete that was born male but identifies as a female. There's a volcano in Antarctica that is active and spewing gas that contains gold. Scientists have estimated that about $6,000 a day in gold is spewing out of the volcano. The gold dust floats in the air and lands on the ground or in the ocean. Some of it has been detected 621 miles away. The volcano we're talking about is Mount Erebus, 12,000 feet high. There are 138 volcanoes in the Antarctic, and 9 of them are reported as active. Here's another alligator story. An alligator was found trapped in a drainage pipe in South Carolina. He had been there for 6 months. Other than his snout was chafed a bit, he looked pretty healthy. They say alligators can go into brumation, which is similar to hibernation by mammals. In religion, today's quote from the sacred texts comes from the Old Testament, Zechariah 8:16. Quote, "These are the things that ye shall do. Speak ye every man the truth to his neighbor. Execute the judgment of truth and peace in your gates." A Taco Bell manager outside Philadelphia became a hero when she saved the life of a 3-month-old baby. A customer pulled up in the drive-thru and then let out a scream and said her baby wasn't breathing. The manager rushed out to the car to see what the trouble was and see if she could help, and she began doing CPR on the baby that she noticed had turned blue. The baby started breathing again just before the paramedics arrived to take over. The baby is fine thanks to the quick action of the manager and her ability to administer CPR. Mountain chickadees, the little birds that weigh half an ounce, have the ability to remember where they stash food or where food is available in 10,000 different places. A study published in Current Biology detailed how they put tracking devices on these birds and also had bird feeders that would only allow certain birds, and they discovered they really do remember where certain treats are located. Maybe if our next meal depended on it, we could remember where we put our car keys. I'm Joe Pratt. Make it a great day.